Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to feel free today. That's why I've chosen to do this particular video outside here. It is my hope that you guys are going to enjoy it. And I want to begin this video by asking you guys a very simple question. If elections were to be held today in this country, who do you think Purity Ngirici will vote for as the next president of the Republic of Kenya? I'm going to give you two choices. Will she vote for the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, a man she has worked with for a very long time until recently? Or do you think she will opt for Raila Odinga, a man she has never supported her entire life? Who do you think she will vote for? For those who've been following the politics in this country, Purity Ngirici was a very close ally of the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto. In fact, personally, I believe that in the larger Mount Kenya region, the Deputy President was able to penetrate because of Purity Ngirici, because of Ndindi Nyoro, because of Moses Kuria, and because of Alice Wahome. Were it not for those two brave men and women, William Ruto would not have found his ways to Mount Kenya. But Purity Ngirici fell out with the Deputy President. In fact, when the Deputy President embraced Anne Waiguru, Purity Ngirici started drifting away from William Ruto's camp. And recently, she made it very clear that she's going to run as an independent candidate. But towards the end of the year, just before the beginning of this year, Purity Ngirici made sure that everything which was associated with the Deputy President in her life was removed. Her offices, which were branded with the with the UDA colors, were all repainted afresh. All her vehicles, which were branded UDA, were all repainted. Purity Ngirici ensured that everything which was associated with the Deputy President was removed. But the question which most Kenyans were asking is whether Purity Ngirici was going to join President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga's camp. I remember opining on this platform immediately Purity Ngirici started working with Karanja Kibisho that Purity Ngirici was going to dump the Deputy President and Karanja Kibisho was going to convince her to join Raila Odinga's camp. But all indications are that Purity Ngirici is now headed to President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga's camp. During the Azimio la Umoja meeting in Kasarani, the husband was present. The presence of Andrew Ngirici during that event confirmed that she was drifting towards that direction. And yesterday and today, Purity Ngirici has dropped hints. Because I always say that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. Yesterday and today, Purity Ngirici dropped hints that she's likely to support Raila Odinga. This is what she posted yesterday. Purity Ngirici is saying that the interest of Mount Kenya can't be dictated by outsiders. It is only through partnerships and elections of independent-minded leaders that Mount Kenya will benefit. So from that alone, it tells you that William Ruto is being viewed as an outsider. Of course, Raila Odinga is an outsider. But previously, Purity Ngirici embraced the Deputy President and she, in most cases, referred to UDA as Kikuyu Party. She's continuing, and I want you to listen very closely, that we as the mountain might produce a deputy president, but we can only be sure that she shall be respected if we have a formidable coalition. Now she's talking of a formidable coalition that Mount Kenya region can actually produce a deputy president. In UDA, William Ruto is now courting Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula. One of the demands, should Musalia Mudavadi agree to work with him, is that Musalia Mudavadi is likely to demand for the running mate which will lock out Mount Kenya. But again, in Mount Kenya, William Ruto has settled on Rigathi Gachagua, but not as a coalition. What Purity Ngirici is suggesting here is that we as the mountain might produce a deputy president, but we can only be sure that she be respected if you have a formidable coalition. The kind of arrangement Raila Odinga has with President Uhuru Kenyatta is that they're going to have an Azimio la Umoja kind of coalition. So we are going to have a coalition based on the passage of the political parties bill yesterday. We are going to have a coalition. And then, for example, in Nyanza, they'll have their ODM MPs, senators, and the rest. In Central, there are people who will run as Azimio candidates. There are people who will run as independent candidates, but they'll be supporting Raila Odinga. So basically, the thing is they'll come as coalition partners, something which the deputy president is against. And I want you to pay attention to what Ngirici is saying. This is the voice equally being echoed by William Kabogo, Mwangi Kiunjuri, Martha Karua, Kiraiti Murungi, and Honorable Moses Kuria, who have political parties that some quarters are referring to as tribal arrangements. So basically, from that alone, you can conclude that Purity Ngirici is hitting on the deputy president, because William Ruto is willing to enter into coalition with the Western Kenya leaders, but when it comes to the mountain, he's not willing to do the same. He's saying those political parties are village political parties. So Ngirici is referring to Kabogo. You know why she's referring to Kabogo? Kabogo blamed William Ruto for his removal as the governor. Mwangi Kiunjuri fell out with the deputy president. Martha Karua has no time for the deputy president. Kiraiti Murungi has already made it clear that he's going to support Raila Odinga. And Honorable Moses Kuria has also fallen out with the deputy president. And that's why she's referring to him. And she's concluding, we might not be producing a president in 2022, but we have the numbers to determine who becomes the next president. So basically, she's advising the mountain that as Mount Kenya region, as much as they might not have a presidential candidate in 2022, they have the numbers. And those numbers will determine who becomes the next president. President Uhuru Kenyatta also believes that the numbers in the mountain can be used effectively to determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And she's concluding, respect the mountain. There's a very strong feelings, especially amongst those who don't subscribe to William Ruto's party, that the deputy president doesn't respect the leadership from the larger Mount Kenya region. But what can we conclude from her statement and the signals she's sending? We can conclude 4 things. And by the way, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. So I want to make a special request. If you've watched this video up to this point, I want to thank you so much for taking your time. My only request is please give it a thumbs up so that we can know the number of people who reached this point. What can we conclude from her statement? 4 things. The first thing is that the Azimio la Umoja Alliance or movement, which is going to be formed, because the name has already been reserved, is going to be used by small political parties and independent candidates in the larger Mount Kenya region as a strategy to join Raila Odinga. The fact of the matter is that as we speak today, Raila Odinga has removed completely the orange colors from his presidential colors. He's now using the blue color. Blue color is not synonymous with ODM. He has also appointed a new team. That new team doesn't have people who were previously associated with Raila Odinga and ODM party. So which means Raila Odinga is trying to dissociate his campaign under the Azimio la Umoja Alliance from Orange and the ODM party and the usual Raila Odinga. So Azimio la Umoja basically is going to be used to allow independent candidates and small political parties. And that's why someone like Sabina Chege is saying she's going to contest in Kigumo as the PNU candidate. Number 2, I think from her statement, we can also deduce that one of the issues which is going to be discussed in the larger Mount Kenya region is William Ruto's determination to undermine emerging leaders from the mountain. Otherwise, there is no way why Purity Ngirici would name Kabogo, would name Moses Kuria, would name Martha Karua, would name Kireti Muringi, and would name Moses Kuria. All those people have issues with the deputy president. They were emerging. Purity Ngirici also believes that she was emerging, and what has happened to her is that she's been now brought down by the deputy president. And from the third thing I'm deducing is that the entry of Anne Waiguru into William Ruto's circles or William Ruto's camp really affected Purity Ngirici. If William Ruto had not welcomed Anne Waiguru into his camp, I am sure Purity Ngirici would still be singing, based on this comment, Tanga Tanga and the UDA. So the contest in Kirinyaga is going to be a very interesting one. Waiguru, Martha Karua, and Purity Ngirici, the three. Who is going to win? I can place my bet on Martha Karua. And number 4 is the influence of the deep state. It's also something we can conclude. The deep state has a lot of influence in our politics. That's something we can't run away from. The truth of the matter is that Purity Ngirici has been removed from William Ruto's camp using the deep state. They convinced her that definitely she's going to win in Kirinyaga with or without the UDA party. So let us wait and see how things are going to unfold. But Purity Ngirici has actually dropped hints on where she's going to go moving forward. I don't know what you think. That's my point. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.